Welcome to Section 6, Practice Capability Development for the Service Request Management Practice. In the exam, there will be only 2 questions of the 20 total from this topic. Both will be understanding questions. We will be first understanding the ITIL capability model with its 5 levels of capability, and then associate the capability criteria from that model for this practice. It is quite normal that the practice success factors of any practice cannot be developed quickly. They will take time. And in the ITIL maturity model or capability model, there are 5 levels defined, which are the levels of maturity or capability for any of those 34 practices. These apply to all the practices. Level 1 is the lowest one, and the level 5 is the highest. Level 1, wherein the practice is not well organized. It is performed as initial or intuitive or in a habitual manner, that is. It may only occasionally or partially achieve its purpose through an incomplete set of activities, which means at level 1, the processes are not running fully. Some of those activities may be working, the resources are not fully in place, etc. That means the maturity is not there yet. Level 2 is when the maturity really begins, or the capability really begins. At level 2, the practice systematically achieves its purpose through a basic set of activities supported by specialized resources. So the process activities are in place, it becomes systematic, and the resources are specialized, meaning there are people who understand what this practice is about and they're working on it. And then level 3, the practice is well defined, not just systematic, but well defined, and achieves its purpose in an organized way, or not just using a basic set of activities. There is better organization, using dedicated resources and relying on inputs from other practices that are integrated into a service management system. The word integration is also important. So level 3 is a big jump from level 2. This is where this practice can work along with other practices as part of the value streams. So value streams begin to happen only at level 3. And the other thing is that the supplier integration also happens at level 3. Level 4, practice achieves its purpose in a highly organized way, not just organized or well-defined, but highly organized. And this is where the performance of the practice is continually measured and assessed in the context of the service management system, meaning the metrics are defined for the practice now, and the measurements also occur, and the measurements are assessed and reported. Level 5 is the highest level where the practice is continually improving organizational capabilities associated with its purpose. So what happens here is that the practice is reviewed periodically and improved, and that contributes to improving the organization's capabilities so that the organization can meet its goals and objectives. Therefore, be fully conversant with what these 5 levels are and the keywords in each of these levels. Now we come to the capability criteria within the ITIL capability model. Now, at a very high level, ITIL has 34 management practices, ITIL 4 in particular. Each of these practices have practice success factors. They are at least 2 and maximum 4. And they are required by the practice to fulfill its purpose. Meaning together those PSFs, or the practice success factor, fulfill the purpose of the practice. And the capability criteria, now we are coming to the capability model. There are capability criteria defined for each level of capability, beginning from level 2 and until level 5. And these are defined for each of the PSF. And we have 2 PSFs in this practice. So you will see for the PSF 1, there will be capability criteria for level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. And they're also mapped to the 4 dimensions of service management. So for example, you could see one of the capability criteria could be from the value streams and processes, another one from the information technology, yet another one from organizations and people, and then you also have the partners and suppliers based criteria. Now, it's possible that not all the 4 dimensions and all the levels of capability are mapped to various criteria, but you will see some of them. And that's what is explained in the slide. In theory, what I just narrated, that there are level 2 to level 5 and criteria for each of these levels, and assessing whether these criteria are being achieved or not can help an organization ascertain what level they are at. And of course, if the capability level is higher based on the assessment, then the practice is realized in a much holistic or comprehensive way. One important thing here is that in general, automation of the practice happens at level 3 or even higher. Because before automation can be done, the practice has to be at level 2 at least, meaning it has to be well defined and organized and need to be running in a systematic manner, meaning there should be processes and their activities running in a proper way. But we will see that for this particular practice, service request management, automation can happen at level 2 itself, need not wait to go to level 3.